Michael here at drawingteachers.com. I'm going to fill a request for a name. This one's going to be Farah, F-A-R-A-H. So first let's get this spaced out. Get a top line and base line for where our letters are going to be. Now Farah, F-A-R-A-H. The center of that's going to drop right there in the R. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that R down first. And then we'll go ahead and pop in the A and the H. And we'll sort of backtrack over here, do the A and the F. And I'm getting pretty close to the edges of my paper. Right here is the edge of my paper. So you just need to make sure you have that spaced out the way you want it before you begin. So when I start my ovals, I'm going to come in a little bit from the side and tighten this up a little bit. Get that A a little bigger. I'm going to drop that R. So I'm making some adjustments here as I go. Also adjusting for these spaces here. Okay, now that we have our letters basically blocked out, let's go ahead and turn them into bubble letters by turning these sticks into oval shapes. Right here at the top of the A, we're just going to curve that together. Alright, and I'm going to allow a little overlap in the letters here. So I'm going to start with two ovals here to make a triangular shape in the middle, but I'm going to come in and round that end out because I want these to be rounded this time. You can work with the bumps if you want. It's up to you. And then kick out a leg on that right there. And come in with this A. Again, just letting the letters overlap some. I think that's one of the cool things with bubble letters. It's the way they connect to each other. And I'm comparing these two A's. This one's a little wider, and got that a little lower, so I'm going to come back and adjust that a bit. Work on that overlap right there a little bit. And just keep making adjustments as I go. Alright, there we have Farah sketched out. I think I want the bottom of this a little fatter. A little straighter. See, that A is going to come up over that. Alright, so don't do this on all my videos, but I've got a lot of pencil on this. So as I start to ink it, I'm going to lay a sheet of paper over it so that as I move my hand I don't smear the pencil everywhere. I'm going to use a Sharpie marker and start to outline this. I'm holding my paper so that it doesn't slip because I'm dragging my hand along it a little bit. Don't want that paper to slip and get a wiggle in that drawing. And that A is going to cut right back behind there. Again, get my shield in place. And now we'll do the inside of the A. Forms a little triangle. And here we're going to let that A just come right down across the R. It's going to sit in front. Alright, now reveal the R. And I'm just adjust my position and the position of my hand so that I can pull that towards me. And now for the H. And we'll be done with the basic bubble letter. Hold my paper so it doesn't slip on me as I pull this line. Okay, time to clean that up a bit with the eraser. Again, I'm using a kneaded eraser, my favorite kind of eraser. And that's kneaded as in K-N-E-A-D-E-D, as in you can knead it. Make a little roll out of it. Picks up a lot of graphite this way. I'm pressing down pretty firmly on it as well. Alright, it's gotten really dirty, so I'll knead it some more. And when this one gets all full of graphite, it won't really pick up anymore. I'll break off another piece. It comes in a little square. Got that at an art supply store. So at any time during this video, if you need to pause it, kind of catch up if you're following along, that's great. Certainly while we're erasing it here, you can, if we start picking up the pen again and start to draw again, you can pause the video. Alright, we're just about done cleaning that up. Alright. So now coming back in with black marker. Put a little reflection down here. Start somewhere about the middle of the A there. Come down with that. Hit it right there, right there. Hit it just a little bit right there. Come around the side of the R. Hit that right there. That right there. And down on the leg. And then once again the A will be the same. We'll hit it in those spots right there. And sometimes we can hit that a little bit there. We'll add a little detail to these. It's just pretty cool to add sometimes. Just a little dot right there above the... I'm going to try to do something a little different in each video name that I do. Okay, so now I'm going to turn Farah into... we're going to get an outline on it and maybe do a 3D drop shadow on that. So, or a 3D shape on that. So I'm going to pull an outline around this, and here the goal is just to keep a consistent space between the letter and your outline. It's okay if it varies a little bit. Like that got a little wider right there, so I'll just, about to touch there, I'll just kind of correct that as I go. Okay, I don't want to go all the way up in there, so I'm just going to come back around right here. Almost done. And I got a little close, but it's going to be alright. I got to hold onto my paper here and carefully pull that. Alright, so there are a few imperfections up there in the corner of the F, and I got a little tight there. That's going to be alright. Once we get all the other energy on here, you won't see it. I'm going to pull that down just a little bit in there. And you're going to have to ask yourself in here, is there enough room? Is it worth cutting something in there? And I really don't think it is. So we're just going to let that be. Now for a 3D effect on this, we're going to pull diagonals off of these ends here, of these letters that kick out. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, and then we'll come around and we'll follow that. So it's similar to a drop shadow, except that it's connected to the corner like that. So that would have an edge. Now here the R is a little tricky. That's going to dip up in there. And we're coming back around here where this leg kicks out, and we're going to pull that. See, I guess you'd have a diagonal come out right there and come across. Same thing here. That isn't quite right, but we're just going to fake it. And so, if you get something that isn't quite right, just make it work. Once we start blacking it in, it won't matter that much. And so here, I'm going to come off the top of the H and come down and around and connect up with that. So I don't really feel like we have enough of anything else sticking out up here to pull 3D angles off of that. So we'll go ahead now and we'll shade in this with some lines. And we're just going to alternate with some narrow lines and some thick lines, doing sort of a graffiti 3D effect. And there's not really a particular rhyme or reason to this other than I'm doing a couple lines and then shading an area, doing a line, maybe two. I try not to repeat the same pattern. Maybe you can do two thicker lines, and looking pretty cool. I do feel like there's a little too much space in here, so I'm going to put a little shape right in there, a little shape right in there, put a dot in there, and put a dot in there. See, this could come in a little bit. This is where you just have to sort of feel how it's working for you, and do you need to add anything. Don't really have enough room for a cloud or anything around this because I'm going to run out of paper. So I think we're just going to call that done. I would recommend going in and we could fill in this outline here with a color that's different than the letters and help make that pop. But pretty cool and exciting look as we've got it right here. So if your name's Farah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have fun making it. Or if you're making it for Farah, I hope she enjoys it. And I hope you keep coming back for more lessons. Tell your friends about these. Go ahead and suggest names. We're going to probably start with some of the most common names, but also pick up suggestions as we go. And hopefully over the course of many months we'll get hundreds of different names out there. So thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out drawingteachers.com. Subscribe to our channel so you get announcements on the latest and greatest. And we'll have another video coming for you soon.